And welcome back, everybody, to another live reaction here at I'm Not a Coach. I'm your host, Dave Huerta. Thank you so much for joining us, man. Oh, we got a good one to finish off week 8. We got the Washington Commanders going up against the defending AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs. Woo! Let's freaking go, man. We got a good one. David Stegosaurus, I made it. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. How you doing tonight, man? Let me guess. Commanders. That's your pick, right? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah, man, we have a great matchup. Unfortunately, Jaden Daniels is not going to be playing in this game for the Commanders. He is out another game. We do have Marcus Mariota, another second overall pick. Uh, that was what, about a decade ago at this point? Holy cow! So, but Marcus is, I would say, one of the better backups that you could have in the NFL. He's still very much mobile, still solid, has a good arm, not a super strong arm. He's not going to be able to chuck it 65 yards down the field, but a pretty good arm. Um, Plus, on top of that, man, he is a guy that's been around the league for a long time, has played a lot of football, and for the most part, he's been solid, man. So again, I think you could do significantly worse, as we've seen around the league. But Marcus, he'll keep the Commanders in this game for a bit, and as long as that Commanders defense can play well tonight, it could be a close one. Otherwise, if that secondary for Washington starts giving up massive chunks and points, I don't think this Commanders team is built, you know, for basically a foot race to 40 here. Oh, poops. Sorry. You're right. You're right. I was running a little bit late today, so I had to kind of set things up on the fly. I'm not even joking. So, but yes, my wife picked the Commanders to win the insanity. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. But it'd be hilarious if she's right, though. But no, the lights are off during primetime games until we get our first touchdown. Last night we made an exception because it was a crazy game. I knew it was going to be wild, and it ended up being pretty wild, especially in the second half there for the Packers. So, heck of a game. Thank you for the reminder there, David. I appreciate you, man. But yeah, how's everybody doing tonight? If you're watching for the first time or if you're returning, man, let me know your picks in the chat. Let's go. There we go. Why would you set things on the fly that can barely support any weight? So I would check that it's still alive. Yeah, man, it was buzzing around here for a while. You know what? And I said, you know what, dude? If you're not gonna pay rent, you're gonna put you to work. So, and I think he's right there. I think he's taking a nap. Yeah, he's taking a nap. Yeah, we'll find out. All right, the kick is away here. The Commanders will start with the ball to the 20 to the 30. Oh, he gets past Butker there and was brought down past the 40. McCaffrey with a heck of a return for the Commanders, man. That's what they needed on that first play. Holy cow. All right, man. Marcus Mariota, the 2014 Heisman Trophy winner. Once again, a former second overall pick, very similar to Jaden Daniels there. And he's been around the league for a long time. And while he may have not lived up to that second overall pedigree, he's been around the league for 10 years, man, and he's started for a couple franchises. So a lot of experience here. In the shotgun, quick throw to the outside, and we'll pick up about 6 or 7 yards there. That is to Debo Samuel. Naps are good. Oh, absolutely, man. Had one a couple weeks ago. Oh, still think about it. I still think about that nap. We got second and 4, ball at the 49. Hand off to the. Oh no, it's going to be a keeper for Mariota, and he's going to dive forward. He's going to be very close, but I think he's going to be about half a yard shy of the first. Holy cow, man. We got 5 people watching. First off, I want to say thank you very much for being here. Appreciate you. Let me know who your team is if you get a chance in the chat. But yeah, man, we do as many as 5 games per week on the channel, man. This is game number 5 of this week. Run right up the middle, and the rookie running back picks up the first down. Gets about 3 yards on that one. Nicknames other than Scary Terry for the Commanders. Commandos. I saw what you did there. I'm trying to think here, man. I don't think so. I don't think Debo has had a... I know he might have a nickname, but I can't remember exactly what it is. Yeah, I'm going to have to... We're going to have to come up with some nicknames here. On this channel, man, we like nicknames for players, man. So if you got a creative one, let me know. All right, Mariota with the play action. Gets it out there to Debo Samuel on the swing pass to the left, and he picks up a decent amount of yardage, about 4 or 5 there. Pretty good. I'm trying to think here. Laramie Tunsil, Smoking Laramie. Okay. Let me know if you guys like that one. Smoking Laramie. Yeah, if you know about his draft story. All right, let me see here. Mariota in the shotgun, running back behind him. He's got 2 receivers on that left side. Gets the handoff, and Moret picks up 2, maybe 3 there. So 3rd and about 4 coming up for the Commanders. Debo, I mean, obviously you have Debo from Friday or next Friday. I don't know if you guys, anybody knows that franchise. Great franchise. Hilarious. I used to quote that. Used to quote the sequel as a kid. That was those were lawless times in the 90s, man. Just no parental guidance. And Mariota with a keeper again, and a first down for Washington. They are deep in Kansas City territory, down near the 30, and they are in field goal range here. Let's go. I'd be in and out, sick kid tonight. Oh, no. No good, no good. I'm sorry. Well, I hope they feel better, okay? We're sending a lot of love from the channel. All right, Mariota in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right. Quick throw to that right side. And McCaffrey, man, taking a hit, falling forward. And he picks up about 8 or 9. All right, we got 10:35 on the clock. 2nd and 1, ball at the 23. Mariota in the shotgun, running back to his right. Tight end in motion, delayed handoff, and it goes right up the middle. Picks up the first. Krosky Moret, man, a little disappointed in himself. I think he got tripped up, but did get the first down, but could have had a lot more. Yeah, dude, this kid, man, has been an impressive find for Washington, man. Got him in the 7th round out of Arizona. All right. Shotgun, running back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Gets it out to Debo, and the ball is intercepted. And it goes in and out of the hands out of Debo Samuel. Oh, my gosh. Trying to set up a receiver bubble screen there to the left. and the ball just glances right off of Debo's hands and into the hands. I believe that is Hannah, number 51. Yep, Debo not looking the ball in, was already looking down the field before he had that ball in his grasp. And just like that, dude. Just like that. Good time for a pick six. Almost had it, man. We almost had it. I think if a corner or like a safety would have gotten that play, dude, that might have gone for six. But Hannah's a big boy, man. He's a big boy. All right, so in a few minutes here, we're going to see what Patrick Mahomes and this Kansas City offense can do. And I'm picking my pick coming into this game was Kansas City. For one, I think they are the better team right now, especially with Jaden Daniels out. I think their defense is better than the Commanders' defense right now. Commanders are looking a little old, a little bit slow on that defensive side. They still got playmakers, man, but I think age and a little bit of lack of speed is costing the Washington Commanders this season, man. Plus, right now, I don't want the Commanders to win because they're in the NFC, man. Any loss in the NFC is a good loss for the Packers. So yeah, over the last couple of weeks, man, we have seen Kansas City's offense just wake up, man. They have looked like one of the more dangerous offenses in the NFL. That actually hit Debo right in the face mask, dude. That has to be so unlucky. All right, run up the middle here, and that picks up about 2 for Kansas City. Holy cow, man. We got 6 people watching. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. We do as many as 5 games on the channel, man. This is game number 5 of week 8. And Mahomes running, and he's sacked. And that is number 55, bringing him down in the backfield for a loss of 3, man. Martin in hot pursuit of Mahomes. I don't think Mahomes sensed him because there was not a lot of pep in his step as he was rolling to that right side. Oh, jeez. Yeah, dude, the left tackle there just got absolutely manhandled, dude. Ended up on his butt. All right, so we got 3rd and 10. Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his right. Pressure again. Mahomes looking for some room. He's going to take off and run, and he is very close to a first down. They might give it to him. All right, man. I'm liking what I'm seeing here from Washington. There's been a lot of pressure, especially Martin. All right, so it looks like Mahomes is going to be about the length of the football short. I mean, they could back that up a little bit. Nah, he's short. That's fair. I just thought that he would be close enough that they would just give it to him. We tend to see that with some quarterbacks, man, especially the established guys. The refs are like, we'll give you the benefit of the doubt. You probably got it. Not that that's always a bad thing. That was a heck of a play there by Reeves. And right, an extra frame, boom, right there. So yeah, about half, about a foot and a half too. And speaking of Laremy Tunsil, he's heading off to the locker room here. Run up the middle on 4th and short, and Kansas City picks it up here, man. Yeah, Kansas City in the jumbo set. I think the Commanders' defensive line, I think they were expecting Mahomes to do a little QB sneak. All right, we got 1st and 10, ball at the 46. Hand off to the left, and that goes nowhere. Picks up maybe a yard on that run. Yeah, who the heck was that, man? That was not someone I've seen often carry the ball here. That was the rookie Brashard Smith, number 24, on that last carry. And now they bring in Kareem Hunt. There we go. All right, Mahomes under center here, 2nd and 9. 2 receivers to that right side. Mahomes throwing it to that right side. Wide open is Xavier Worthy. Stays in bounds and gets it down near the 21. Yeah, just basically almost like a wheel route going up the right sideline there for Worthy. Just wide open, too. All right, Mahomes throws it. Quick throw and unable to connect this time with Xavier Worthy, man. That was basically just a go route right up the sidelines towards the end zone. Great coverage. Yeah, dude, look at it. You got Bobby Wagner, got Miller, Frankie Louvu. A lot of established guys there. Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his right. Low snap. Throws, and he is hit as he throws. And that ball just skirts along the field there. So incomplete. 3rd and 10 coming up. And that'll stop the clock at 5:40 here in the first. Still looking for our first score. Ooh, man, Moore is just getting absolutely beat up by Martin there, man. Moore right now is I believe he's actually the backup left tackle because I think Simmons, the starting left tackle for Kansas City, I think they said he had a personal matter, so he is not playing today, and it's affecting this game just a little bit right now in this first drive, man. Martin has been able to have his way. All right, Mahomes looking, throws to the left, and intercepted. Unbelievable, dude. Who was that? No, that was not Lattimore, was it? And that was Lattimore, man. Woo! Lattimore, man, he's been getting a lot of crap thrown his way since he's been traded to the Washington Commanders, man. That was a heck of a play on the ball. Nobody wants to score, man. Nobody wants to score. They all get it within like field goal range / in the red zone, and then they just throw a pick. I'm not happy about that. Would you have been happy if he did a pick six, though? All right, we're on a commercial break here, so nothing crazy happening yet. But hey, if you're new here, first off, thank you for watching, man. I appreciate you guys. Please make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. One, that helps out the video a ton. It gets it into more people's eyes. The algorithm, YouTube, they're like, oh, the people are liking this video. Let's send it to more people. So helps out the channel, man. It's a free way to support this channel as well, and subscribing as well is also free. So thank you so much, man. I appreciate you guys. Regardless, I appreciate you watching. Yeah, let me look up if there's any other major inactives. I don't think there is. I think Simmons is probably the biggest inactive for Kansas City. All right, so they got Trey Smith. Obviously, he's inactive as well. Yeah, nothing too crazy. For the Commanders, obviously, Jaden Daniels, he is out. Matt Gay, their starting kicker, he is also out. So, yeah, we get some key players out for each team here, especially for the Commanders. All right, man, we're coming back. Commanders take over here inside their own 10 at the 7. Mariota in the shotgun. He's got single receiver to the right, running back behind him, tight end tight to the line on the left side. All right, handoff to the rookie. He's weaving his way through this defense, and he picks up about 4 down to the 11. Yeah, they're highlighting that interception by Mahomes. Yeah, Mahomes is going for the former Baltimore Raven there, man. Hollywood Brown just absolutely blanketed by Lattimore and almost a diving interception. 2nd and 6, Mariota under center, toss to the rookie. Up the middle with some momentum, and he picks up another 4 to make it 3rd and 2 at the 15. All right, we just got word that Laremy Tunsil is going to be questionable to return. All right, Mariota alone in the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers on that right side. Looking, gets out of some pressure, finds a man down the right sideline, and a big first down run. And that is McNichols, the veteran running back, man. Yeah, basically it's just a flat route there. Nobody went with him until he was basically wide open there. Mariota found him and once again got it all the way to the 39. Pickup of about 24 yards. All right, Mariota in the shotgun, running back behind him. Fakes the handoff. Looking, running. And throws it down the field. I think that might be out of bounds. We'll see. Got McCaffrey there along the right sideline. And ooh, oh, that was clean. Luke McCaffrey keeping the toes in. Got it to the 44 of Kansas City. And gets it out to Zach Ertz in the flat, and he picks up about 5 there. Let's freaking go, man. We got 7 people watching. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, thank you. David, run away, run away. Yeah, man. Zach Ertz, man, 1 catch away from 800 career receptions. Handoff to the running back there, and that is Brian Robinson. Oh, sorry, actually Rodriguez. Sorry, my bad. Rodriguez. I forgot they traded Brian Robinson. Rodriguez up the middle there, picks up about 2 or 3 yards. That's going to be 3rd and 3 coming up for the Commanders. Yeah, they're kind of on the outskirts of a makeable field goal here. So definitely want to pick up this first down, get a couple more yards, at least to get into scoring position. All right, Mariota in the shotgun, running back to his right. Looking, pressure. He's going to take off and run, and he gets brought down. He ends up, I think, tripping over his own offensive lineman for a sack. And I think this is going to be around the 40-yard line. This would be about a 58-yard field goal. All right, man. The Commanders are going for it on 4th and 6 from their own 40, trying to cash in on this Patrick Mahomes interception. Mariota in the shotgun, running back to his left. He's got time, and he finds Zach Ertz, man. It is close, man. It's going to be close. It's going to be where his knee went down. Because when he landed with his entire body, it was at the line, but we'll see where that knee lands. I mean, they just showed the replay, but that was one of the worst angles you could have picked. Yeah, I don't think there was a question of whether he caught it. I think the question is what body part went down first and where was the ball. All right, caught it. It's about half a yard there. Down, knee is down right about there. So he has to get it basically to the 34. And I think it's right on it, man. If anything, it's like this much off the marker, but I think when you place the ball, that's not a favorable spot in my opinion. Virtual measurement. Well, this is new. They're saying 5 inches short. Instead of Zach Ertz, just call him Mr. Rental because of Hurts. There you go. Well, from the looks of it here, man, it is Mr. Ertz has to return that card because they are short, and it's going to be turnover on downs. Yeah, just like a stolen car, man. They stole the ball, but they're going to have to return it here because they got caught. I feel like a radio broadcaster trying to make some some jokes with a little play on words here. We know a thing or two about being short. Dang right, man. Yeah, man. To be honest with you, it's not bad. It's not too bad. It was a lot bigger of an issue when I was younger. I was like, ah, man, wish I had some more height. But now it's just like, that's all right. Get to sneak into things a little bit easier, you know. I'm at the grocery store. I just climb the shelf if I need something from the top. I don't even ask. Just climb. They take a look at me and they're like, well, at least he's trying. Doesn't even say anything to me. They're like, yeah, this man has no fear right now. Let's not talk to him. He wants to grab the box of cereal himself. He can do it. All right, so we're on a commercial break here. When we come back, the Chiefs will have the ball on offense, and they're going to have relatively decent field position. It's going to be basically the equivalent of a touchback on the kickoff. All right, Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his left. Quick snap, rolling out. Gets a screen going on that left side, and that it gets blown up. Back to the 31. Lost about 3 yards on the screen there. All right, 2nd and 14. Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his left. He's got a single receiver to the left. Looking, throws over the middle, finds his man. That is Rashid Rice down to the 41, picks up 10, and we got 3rd and short coming up. All right, man, that'll be the final play of the first quarter, man. We have not seen a whole lot of offense. A lot of each quarterback has thrown an interception in enemy territory. And the Commanders have also turned the ball over on downs just a few minutes ago. Still waiting on that first set of points. Still waiting on that touchdown so we can turn on the lights behind me here. Yeah, during primetime games, we don't turn on the lights until we get a touchdown, man, because we got to earn the lights in prime time. Yeah, right now let's look at some first quarter stats. Mariota, 7 of 8, 71 yards. The only incomplete pass he has thrown was that one that literally bounced off of Debo's face and got intercepted by Hannah. Um, Krusky Moret, 5 carries, 17 yards, so about averaging 3.5 yards. Not too bad, but hopefully he can break off a long one here to kind of help that average out. Luke McCaffrey, 2 catches, 26 yards, is the leading receiver when you have Scary Terry and Debo Samuel, as well as Zach Ertz, man. The fact that Luke McCaffrey is leading you, wild. All right, Jacob Martin with the sack, and then Marshawn Lattimore with the interception. Kansas City Mahomes, 3 for 6, 33 yards, has the one interception. Mahomes is the leading rusher for Kansas City, which is not too surprising. He's been the leading rusher a couple times this season already. We got Xavier Worthy, 1 catch, 27 yards, and Rashid Rice does have 2 catches, but it's gone for just 6 yards. He ended up losing some yardage on that screen that we just saw a couple minutes ago. George Karlaftis got credit for that sack, and then Mike Danna, sorry, my bad. Mike Danna with the interception. All right, we're back here. 3rd and 4, Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his right. He's got 4 receivers set here. Quick throw, gets it out to Juju, and that's going to be a first down. Yeah, man, the former Pittsburgh Steeler, man, he's had a successful run with Kansas City. I think he played for about 2 or 3 years with them, left last year, and then came back. Yeah, he's definitely not been the number one guy on this offense. That's been Rashid Rice for a while. Mahomes under pressure, running, gets it across the 50, and it'll be a gain of about 7. Yeah, Bobby Wagner there, the veteran, giving a little bit of a shove to Patrick Mahomes, was not flagged. 2nd and 3, ball at the 47 of Washington. Quick throw to the outside, and Kelce upended right at the line of scrimmage. And Reeves, dude, he is just flying. Yeah, Reeves was the guy that brought Mahomes short of the first down on the previous drive. And here, man, one-on-one against Travis Kelce, able to bring him down. All right, 3rd and 4, Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his left, single receiver to the right side. Washington sends, and he's intercepted again, in and out of the hands of his receiver. And Bobby Wagner, man, the old man, picks Patrick Mahomes off again. And Mahomes, in 2 drives, has been picked off twice on Monday night, dude. What is going on? Yeah, that was in and out of the hands of Travis Kelce, dude. We got 12:59 left in the first half. We have yet to see a single point, but we've seen 3 interceptions. 1 by Marcus Mariota and 2 by Patrick Mahomes. And 2 of them, weirdly enough, have come from just the receiver just letting the ball go right into his face mask and just bounces right off. This game sucks. What are you talking about, man? There's a great defensive performance from both teams. It is not receivers just unable to catch and not focusing correctly. Bobby Wagner planned that one out. He whispered, said something to Travis. He's like, I didn't like your wife's... Sorry. I didn't like your girlfriend's newest album. And Travis was like, huh? Boom. And the ball popped up. Classic Bobby Wagner, man. That's why he's a 10-time Pro Bowler, man. He knows how to get into your head. You know, and I forgot who was on the coverage there with Debo, but I guarantee you they're probably like, you played better when you were with when you were with San Francisco. And he said, huh? And then boom, right there in the face too. These defenders, man, they're getting crafty. They know it's not just about tackling. They know they need to speak, say some words, talk some trash while the ball is in the air. That's the new thing. Dahlia, glad to have seen the second pick. Yeah, Dahlia is not a fan of Kansas City. So she is having a ball right now in this game. David, just silence. Oh. Come on, David. You know they're gonna win. We've seen this script before. They don't play well in the first, and then they're gonna go off in the second. Come on. The Chiefs are doing this on purpose. They want to get people watching. They're like, oh, people are gonna be like, "What? Kansas City's struggling." They're gonna start watching, and then they're gonna see Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce go off for like 3 touchdowns in the second half. I've seen this script before. All right, Mariota in the shotgun, throws it wide open across the 50, down near the 38, and that is the backup tight end, Bates. All right, we got 1st and 10, ball at the 37 officially. And Mariota keeping this one to the 35, to the 30, and out of bounds near the 28. It's going to be about 2 or 3 yards shy of the first here. Yeah, man, Marcus, he can still freaking run, dude. Oh, hold up. There's been so many freaking turnovers, I can't keep up here. Yeesh. All right. We got less than 12 minutes before halftime. Mariota in the shotgun, running back to his left. 2 receivers on that left side. Quick throw to Debo. And wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. Might have actually lost a yard. So we got 3rd and 2 coming up. That was a heck of a tackle there by Connor. 1-on-1 with one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and Debo Samuel. Ovens full, too many turnovers. Yeah, come on. We only had 3, man. We can't stop until we get at least a baker's dozen, right? Mariota in the shotgun, running back to his left. Throws it out, and Zach Ertz will come up shy of the first here, man. Got only 1. They needed 2. Well, I thought he'd give that to his runner. Sicker tricked me. Hey, man, it's either trick or treat nowadays, man. And Mariota is all about tricks. I'm trying with the Hollywood pun, the Halloween puns, but it's, I don't know, man. I'll figure it out. Marcus Lofton one deep, and that's gonna be, what the heck was that? Another turnover on downs by the Commanders. That was, I don't know what the heck that was, but that was, wow. Yeah, Marcus just basically just chucked the ball into the end zone, and his receiver, I'm assuming, didn't understand or didn't know what the route was, because he was basically running a short corner route somewhere around the 15. Baker's not playing in this game. Coming is Elephant. Oh, you know. I think the last time we saw Baker, man, he was chucking some turnovers around there. So you know. What can I say, man? I'm a fan of Baker, man. I'm a fan of Baker. And I'm not talking about the quarterback. I'm talking about my local Baker that's like right down the road here, man. Great. Oh, great turnovers, man. Make some Danishes. Ooh. That apple filling. And yes, right now we're talking about baked goods because these teams are unwilling to give us points. So we're going to have to talk about something interesting. Also, hey, in the chat, what's your favorite donut or pastry? Let me know. All right, David, apple cider donuts. Oh, that's a good pick. That is a good pick. That's the one thing I gotta do, man. I gotta go to an apple cider farm before fall ends. Gotta do that. All right, we got 10-25. We're still looking for a first score here. Run up the middle with Kareem Hunt. He picks up about 4. Oh, actually, no, that was not Kareem Hunt. That was Isaiah Pacheco. All right, Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his right. He's got 3 receivers on that left side. Delayed handoff, and Pacheco brought down after a gain of about 3. So 3rd and short coming up. So yeah, we have had 3 turnovers and 0 points off of those turnovers, man. All right, we got 3rd and 2, ball at the 36. Mahomes in the shotgun, running back. And he finds Kelce down the field, spins his way down to the 47. First down, Kansas City. Yeah, dude, Kelce was freaking just wide open, man. All right, 1st and 10. Mahomes, shotgun, fakes the handoff, looking, has a lot of time, finds Kelce down the field, down to the 22. And this is the Kansas City we've been used to seeing the last 2 weeks, man. Great play action, man. Had that entire defensive line sliding to the right. Mahomes rolling out slightly to his left, and then boom, dude. Oh, that was a nice fake. Pacheco running angry, man. Picks up about 6. Probably a puerquito. It's a thick, soft gingerbread-like cookie. It also has a tad bit more molasses. The consistency is like chewy brownie. Ooh. Yeah, those sound good. And it's going to be a little pitch out to the right. And Brashard Smith. It's going to be very close to a first down at the 13 for Kansas City. All right, and they're going to mark him just short. So 3rd and 1 coming up. Mahomes in the shotgun. Kareem Hunt to his right. He's got 3 receivers bunched up on the left. Hunt picks up the first, gets inside the 10, and stopped up around the 8-yard line. So 1st and goal coming up for Kansas City. Truly promises what polar bears have if the Girl Scouts don't fill their cookie orders on time. That's hilarious. And Wildcat, and it's up the middle, and is that a touchdown? Oh, we got our first touchdown, and it's Rashid Rice fulfilling that order, man. Let's freaking go. Took the direct snap in the Wildcat formation. Oh, hold on. Elbow is down, literally inches away from the end zone. But either way, it was a great run, man. Direct snap to him. And he just runs right through most of this defense, man. Caught just at the end. I don't think he's in. That's what she said. I mean, they're taking a while to look at this. I mean, just, yeah, come on. All right, looks like they're going to send back out the offense there in Kansas City. I think that's going to be reversed. It'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Check had to go through, you know. Oh, Dahlia, I love your pettiness. It's we respect pettiness on the channel. We do. All right, Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his right. I'm expecting a running back keeper here, and down he goes into the end zone. Kareem Hunt gets into the end zone, and that is going to be the first touchdown of the game. It took nearly the entire freaking first half, but we finally got one, man. Let's freaking go. Nine plays, 72 yards, 5:46 left in the first half, and we finally got our first score. And Butker's kick is good. Yeah, Kareem basically just jumped into the end zone, man. That was I haven't seen something like that happen in a while. He leapt from like the 2-yard line and just landed perfectly in the end zone. Where and for how much do we need to send an actual check to? I swear to God, I'll send one. Well, we also make sure that we send fresh reference uniforms so you can choose who goes in to make whichever call you need to make. Oof, Mahomes didn't have it in the bank. Wife used most of it. Her full body makeover. Dang. Woo. I thought winter wasn't gonna happen until December, but whoo, that was cold, Dahlia. That was cold. And David GN. All right, man. We're on a commercial break. We're waiting to see if the Commanders can respond before the half, man. Kansas City. I mean, they've been looking good on their drives. It's been, unfortunately, the interceptions. The first one was just a great play by Lattimore. It was tight coverage, and he was able to kind of outmuscle uh, Brown for that position. And then the second one was just a weird play that just kind of got passed, a pass that got past Kelsey there. It just kind of popped up in the air. So yeah, man, Mahomes has been fairly efficient in this game outside of those two picks. All right, called inside the 5 to the 30 to the 35, and that is where the Commanders will take over. All right, run up the middle, and that gets blown up. Going absolutely nowhere on that one. Yeah, that was just Nick Bolton, man. The guy that has been an absolute stalwart over the middle for Kansas City for a long time. Finds his tight end underneath Mariota, and he will pick up a big first down. I believe that is Bates. Actually, no, that might be the other. Jesus, man. How many tight ends do they have in this one? Yeah, that is Sinnett getting it in Kansas City territory with that great freaking play design. Yeah, started out blocking and then just disengaged, kind of ran a little bit of a shallow out route there to the left sideline and then just took it upfield. That was a great look. Hand off to the rookie up the middle, and he's going to fight for about 2 yards there. All right, well, the good news is Laremy Tunsil is back on the field. All right, Mariota in the shotgun. Fakes the toss, pressure, and he's going to get out of a sack and picks up about 3 or 4 yards there going out of bounds. Woo. Oh, we got some breaking news here, man. Carson Wentz has been officially ruled out for the rest of the season with a shoulder injury. Oh, boy. Oh, we got 3rd and 5 ball just around the 40-yard line of Kansas City. 3 receivers to the right. Mariota in the shotgun with the running back to his right. Kansas City showing a lot of pressure. We know Spags loves to change it up here. Dumps it over the top to his running back to the 30, 25, and down near the 20. And I believe that is McNichols again, dude, picking up some big yardage after the catch. He had that 24-yarder down the right sideline, I think, on the first drive of the game. Oh no, the Chiefs forgot to pay the refs off for that play. Oh no, boo hoo, boo hoo, crybaby Chiefs fan. David, I love how you lean into it, man. I love it. Mariota with a keeper, and this one goes nowhere. Chiefs doing a good job there, bringing him down for, I think it's going to come out to right at the line of scrimmage here. Mariota actually tried to hurdle a defender there. That was, woo. Should have been a flags on the Chiefs for pushing. The quarterback, Mahomes, would have gotten a roughing the passer. You're probably right. All right, we've reached the 2-minute warning here in Kansas City. The Chiefs on top, 7-0. It took about almost 10 minutes into the second quarter to finally get our first touchdown. And now we have the Commanders within range to try to see if they can match that touchdown drive by Kansas City. Still on a commercial break here. Yeah, so Mahomes, 7 of 11, 79 yards. But Marcus Mariota, man, he's been having a pretty solid night. 12 for 14, a buck 35 through the air. He's also the leading rusher for the Commanders with 21 yards. And Jeremy Nichols, man, 2 catches, 43 yards. All right, we're back here. 2nd and 10. Mariota in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right side. He's looking. Pressure. Sets up a screen to the 20, to the 15, and sit down near the 11. I think that's going to be a first down for the Commanders. Oh, they're saying he's short. 3rd and 1. Okay, about half a yard. That is what they need. So far, the Commanders have gone for it twice on 4th down, and both times they have been turned away. So we're taking a look at this. There we go. So yeah, it looks like he got to the line to gain here, or the line of gain. His knee wasn't down until he was, I think, just past the 11. Yeah, that's why I was a little confused when I saw that. I was like that to me. That looked like a first down. Dahlia, wow, right on the money. Yeah, it looks like his the butt cheeks landed first, and and the NFL rule is one butt cheek equals 2 feet. But two butt cheeks is a personal foul. Sorry, dropped the cash as I was counting it before slipping it to the refs. Come on, David, you gotta be prompt with that money, dude. Come on. But just out of curiosity, man, what's the going rate? What's the going rate? I'll be willing to pay these refs. Help out Green Bay a little bit here and there. Typically, Green Bay doesn't need help until the playoffs. I'll save my money until then. You know, I'll get that Christmas bonus and then start cashing it out in January. You know. All right. Wow, they are taking forever with this. Jesus. Are they still trying to figure out if it's a first down or what? Like, what are they figuring out? Like 90% of America is on the same page here. Come on, let's go. All right, 1st and 10 coming up for the Commanders. They are just outside the 10, so technically they could get a first down if they get it around just inside the 1. All right, we got 154 left in the half. 2 receivers to the right, Mariota in the shotgun, running back to his left. Mariota with a keeper, and he goes nowhere. Taken down right at the line. George Karlaftis might have just gotten his 2nd sack of the night. Who else was with him? Was that and that is Leo Chanel, the former Wisconsin Badger, also in on that tackle. Second and 10, ball at the 11. 2 receivers bunched up to the right. Mariota on the shotgun, running back to his right. Looking. And he's going to be, no, gets out of a sack, throws the ball to the right, and holy cow. They're saying no catch. Debo nearly able to haul that one in. Let me see here. He's got. Oh, yeah, okay. There you go. So, unable to haul it in. He hit the ground. The ball basically left his possession. So, okay. 3rd and 10 coming up. Mariota looking. Lofton one deep. And he's got a man, but I think he let him out. Oh, my goodness, dude. Marcus Mariota, man. You got to throw that one sooner, dog. One. Oh, that's going to be very close, man. Right here. Hold on. Come on. Catch. Possession. I think he's got 2 feet, man. I think that's a catch. I think that's a touchdown. Holy cow. Wow, right on the money. Sorry, I'll take the practice to make it a smooth transition. There we go. Transaction, I should say. Sorry. Smooth transaction. Oof. He got taken. Oops, dropped more money. This shit's heavy. It's a TD. Oh, my goodness, dude. Oh, God. I love you guys, man. You guys are the best. All right, we're going to go to a commercial break because the NFL is always going to try to take as many opportunities, even though it's clear as day. They're going to be like, I think we could squeeze out a 60-second ad break here. Bam. He practices ballet. There we go, man. Yeah, that was that was some nifty feet there by Scary Terry. To the amount of coordination you have to be able to catch a ball almost fully extended and try to keep the feet in bounds, dude. It's wild. Yeah, Mariota was to me he was late on that throw. That should have been one that he put a little too much air under it. I think that's one you could have easily just kind of. Yeah, I feel like Mariota made that a little bit more difficult than it had to be. There was a lot of space for him. All right, we're coming back. Boom. There it is. During the break. There we go, man. A touchdown it is. Woo! Less than 60 seconds. 60 seconds left in the first half. And the extra point is, ooh, that was nearly wide right. All right, man. It took these offenses a little bit here, but each of their last two drives resulted in 7. I think they're re-showing here the that touchdown throw. So yeah, it was just a shallow crosser there by Terry McLaurin. Oof. Jaden Daniels, man, he is all jacked up, all smiles there on the sideline. All right, it'll be interesting what Kansas City does, man. They do have all three. Actually, not all three. They have one timeout left. I have not been paying attention apparently to the timeouts. All right, there's a flag on the return here. And it's going to be a hold on Kansas City. I mean, this is Mahomes, 53 seconds left, one timeout. I mean, that is plenty of time for Mahomes in this offense to try to come up with at least a field goal attempt. "2 feet down are worth more than 7 Chief fans, which is saying a lot because even Jets fans are worth 2.5 cents to the dollar after the winning percentage is calculated." Ooh. Mahomes running up the field and gets nearly hit, but he slides at the 29. was a big pickup there for Mahomes. He's looking, throws, and he finds his favorite target, Kelce, right at the 39. Gain of 10. It looks like it's going to be a first down, and Chiefs are going to use their first time out. 24 seconds left. Sorry, they will use their last timeout. The first one I've noticed. Yeah, dude, that route that he loves, man. I don't know if it's I think it's considered an option route basically. Basically, you run up the field and you can either turn it in or out, but he almost turns it into like a zig route basically at the top of that, where it's like he goes in, he fakes he's like he's going in, and then he turns it out. All right, first and 10, 24 seconds left. Ball at the 39. Mahomes takes the snap, looking, throws it deep to the right, and that is going to be incomplete. Goes out of bounds. A lot of pressure in his face. And that was Kinlaw there. Dude, he ragdolled the freaking guard there. Man, that was that was a big man running angry, and now he's being double teamed. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Xavier Worthy over the middle. And the Commanders, man, making a play on the ball. Who was that, man? Number 23. That is the rookie Trey Amos. Dig routes are good for to throw a pick six, Patrick. That's the thing that we need to redeem your soul. There we go. That was a beauty of a block. That was good. That was good by the rookie, man. That was a heck of a play. Mahomes with a lot of time, and he's going to run, and he throws it away. So Frankie Louvu, man, nearly bringing him down for a sack. Mahomes throwing that one with his left. That thing didn't cross the line of scrimmage, but he was outside of the tackle. I think they're going to... There we go. Okay. Because I was going to say, like, you have to have... One, the ball needs to be out of... It has to get past the line of scrimmage, and it needs to be outside the tackle box. So they are going to get Mahomes for intentional grounding, and that'll actually take the final seconds off the half here. So I'm kidding. Nothing can redeem his or his wife's soul after the deal with the devil. David, you have finally seen what we are all seeing. Nah, I'm just kidding, man. Like I said, dude, I'm hoping Kansas City wins tonight because I don't want the Commanders kind of lingering around, man. They're a team that I believe is dangerous enough. If they can get healthy, they can cause some issues for the Packers down the road here. I don't want that to happen. So, yeah, I'm rooting for Kansas City tonight. So we are at the half here with the game all tied at 7. So yeah, not a whole lot of offense, but some really, really strange defense for both of these teams. Yeah, they kind of took turns for most of the game, kind of throwing interceptions or turning the ball over on downs. It was weird. Yeah, Mariota got picked off on the opening drive when they were in Kansas City territory. Then Mahomes leads his team basically in the red zone almost, and then he gets picked off. Then the Commanders are driving. They're in Kansas City territory. They turn the ball over on downs. Mahomes gets a slightly short field, and then boom, he throws a pick that goes right through the hands of Travis Kelce. Gets picked off by Bobby Wagner. The Commanders once again get into Kansas City territory, but go for it on 4th and 1 and throw a weird freaking. I'm assuming there was a miscommunication, but Mariota throws it into the end zone with nobody near the ball. So another turnover on downs, and then finally, we got some touchdown drives from each team to finish off the first half. OMG, I've been saying that about Tom Brady. Now Patrick is holding the devil's key. Weirdly enough, I think Patrick is a lot more personable than Tom Brady. Like when I look into Mahomes' eyes, I still see very much a regular guy, very much a regular guy. When I look into the eyes of Tom Brady, I just see. I feel like my soul is like slowly being sucked towards the TV, kind of like a Mortal Kombat. I feel like one of these days, if I look into Tom Brady's eyes a little too long, he's just gonna say, "And your soul is mine," and it's just gonna go. So yeah, I don't know. Tom Brady terrifies me. I don't. It was tough enough to see him on the field. I don't like him without a helmet because I feel like the helmet at least kept the eyes, they kind of kept him obscured just a little bit. Now it's just there's nothing blocking. There's nothing blocking. It's terrifying. All right, so let's talk about the games instead of soul sucking here. So I kind of did a little bit of a breakdown that kind of talked about the turnovers throughout the first quarter and a half of this game. But there's actually been some decent offense. Um, so mostly from both quarterbacks have been relatively efficient. Mariota is 14 of 17, a buck 55 through the air. Did throw that touchdown to Scary Terry there on the right side of the end zone. Obviously got picked off on the opening drive. Mariota is also the leading rusher for the Commanders there, 6 for 22. So not great. He was having a little bit more success early on, but then second half of the first half, the Kansas City started really drilling down on him. Man, he hasn't really had a positive run, I think, in his last two. Jeremy Nichols, the backup running back, is the leading receiver. 3 catches, 52 yards, and then it goes Luke McCaffrey, 2 for 26. Debo just held to just 3 catches for 11 yards, and then Scary Terry with that one reception that went for an 11-yard touchdown. So we'll see if Terry McLaurin and Debo Samuel start to get more involved as the game wears on. One of those guys has to make a big play in the passing game I think if the Commanders want to make sure that they win this one. I think we scared some viewers. LOL, this is not a religious channel. It's 98 football and 2% random things. It's true, very true. Though sometimes when the game is weird, it can get it starts to get closer to 50-50. It depends. It just depends. But yeah, talking about the Kansas City Chiefs here, Mahomes once again has been fairly efficient. A lot of incomplete passes, but it's mostly just been the coverage has been the issue. Is Commanders are doing a pretty good job. I think the receivers have had a couple drops, but Mahomes has been fairly efficient. 8 of 15, once again, just over 50%, 89 yards. Does have the two picks. Once again, I would say one was great coverage. The other one was just a mistake by Kelsey letting the ball kind of get past him. Mahomes is also the leading rusher for the Kansas City Chiefs here. 3 carries for 31 yards. Isaiah Pacheco, 4 for 17. Kareem Hunt does have the one touchdown. Kelsey is the leading receiver, 4 catches, 51 yards. He's been pretty fantastic tonight outside of that one drop. Xavier Worthy, just the one catch for 27 yards. They need to get him involved a lot more, man. He's just so damn explosive with the ball in his hands. He's so dangerous. Rashid Rice, 2 catches for 6 yards. They need to get him the ball a lot more as well. I know they're still trying to get him kind of acclimated to the game. He was suspended, I think, for the first 5 or 6 weeks of the NFL season, but he is, in my opinion, their best receiver. Especially when he is on, dude, he can easily go off for some massive yardage. Yeah, what is going on here? David, are you having trouble with your messages, man? Let me know. I kept on seeing the chat go up, and I was just like, "What's going on here?" But yeah, let me know if you're doing okay, man. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, um, yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on that there. So going back to Kansas City, defensively, I think they've been doing a great job, man. Kansas City, they're getting pressure on Mariota most times now. They've been able to really slow him down when it comes to kind of those little quarterback option keepers, things like that. We'll see if the Commanders change it up in the second half. With that, maybe they'll start getting the other running backs a little bit more involved. I think running the ball if they can against this tough Kansas City front seven, if they can do that, man, Commanders are gonna be in a really good spot in the second half. But easier said than done. I think the pressure in the second half, especially in the pass rush for Kansas City, is going to start really going off. So I wouldn't want Mariota to have to put the game on his shoulders and try to throw the ball, 15 to 25 times in the second half. You really want to bring him, limit that as much as you can because Karloftis, is eventually going to start to get home a lot more, in my opinion. Plus, Spagnola, the defensive coordinator, man, he is going to be even more exotic with his looks in the second half, especially with Mariota. When you have a mobile quarterback, you tend to see Spags kind of pull back in the first half just a little bit because I think he's trying to figure out what this quarterback's his tendencies, what he likes to do, and then in the second half is when he has a little bit of a second game plan for the quarterback. And trust me, man, look out for those weird blitz from the corner, weird blitz up the middle that kind of force the offensive line to basically kind of like shrink to block up the middle, and then that's when the edges are going to start coming in. So look out for that. I'm trying to think of what else here for the Commanders, man. It's tough to see what Dan Quinn can do because they were getting pressure on Mahomes early in this first half, but basically, I would say after the, I would say about after 8-10 minutes into the second, is when you started to see Mahomes have a lot of time to be able to get the ball down the field, and he's been able to find Kelsey for a good couple throws, and he's also been able to run for some good yardage, man. And Mahomes always seems to be able to find room to run. It's if you're a team that's rooting against Kansas City, it's one of the more frustrating things to see because you're seeing Mahomes, and I think I talked about this before. Mahomes looks like one of the slowest quarterbacks is because he takes little steps, but he's quick as hell, man. So yeah, but the coverage for the Commanders has been great. They've been able to keep the receivers in check. Kelsey is really the only guy that's been having success. And right now, if the Commanders can get a little bit more pressure in on Mahomes in the second half, and even slow down this running game, which they've been doing a great job of, I think that's only going to help them throughout this game. So we'll see. Isaiah Pacheco, man, he needs to get going. He's when he runs well and he's picking up yardage, this Kansas City offense is even. It's basically almost impossible to stop, especially if they're able to get Kelsey, Rashid Rice going in the second half. Yeah. All right, man. Third quarter is about to get started here, man. All right, man. Commanders kicking this one away, caught at the 1, return to the 10, 15 to the 20, 25. He's got a lane to the 30 and spun down to the 32. Ramingo with a decent return, but there is a flag on the field. It's going to be on Kansas City there holding. So unfortunately, that'll wipe away a decent return by Ramingo. All right, the ball will be spotted at the 20-yard line, but they're holding up Mahomes in this offense right now. So right now they're showing us Troy and Buck here. All right, there we go. All right, Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his left. He's got two receivers stacked up on the right side. Mahomes takes a snap, throws to the left, and he finds Rashid Rice for about 5 yards there. There you go, man. Get him going. All right. Two receivers to the right, Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his left. The Commanders, man, they have a bunch of people within about 5 yards. We'll see. Mahomes throws it over the middle, and he is near. Oh, that is going to be a late hit. That's going to be a personal foul on Marshon Lattimore. So the ball was incomplete. They're trying to get it to Noah Gray. Great job by Bobby Wagner, able to get a hand on it, but then Lattimore just laying a hit right on around the crown of Noah Gray after the ball was already on the ground. So Sorry, I said Marshawn Lattimore. That was actually on Quan Martin, the safety. And that's the first penalty on the Commanders tonight. So a little trickery there. Gets it out to Noah Gray on the flat route and picks up about 9, maybe 10 on the play. All right, Mahomes approaching 100 yards through the air here. Shotgun, hands it off. Pacheco running angry as always, and he he gets lifted up into the air. But he picks up a first down and is going to be in Commander territory. All right, Mahomes play action, has a lot of time. He's going to dump it underneath to Kelce, to the 40, to the 30, 25, 20, 15, and he stumbles at the 10. First and goal coming up for Kansas City. Just wide open, man. Nobody went with one of the greatest tight ends in NFL history. How do you let that happen? Dude, defenses just need to have somebody that's like always has a string attached to Kelce. I don't care if he's on the sidelines. You'd be like, all right, you're covering him on the sidelines then. All right, handoff to Pacheco up the middle here. Ball at the 9, and he gets it down near the 7. Gain of 2. Second and goal coming up for Kansas City. All right, Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his left. Little play action, gets it out to Rashid Rice. He's inside the 5 and extends for that pylon. And they're saying he is going to be out of bounds at the 2.5-yard line. And yeah, I don't think it's at the 2.5. I think where the ball is going to be right around the 2, maybe the 1. Yeah, they definitely did not give him a favorable spot, but all right, we got third and goal just outside the 2. Mahomes in the shotgun, looking and looking, rolling out to his right now. Going to take off and run, and he finds nobody. Incomplete, but we do have a flag. We have one in the secondary, and we also have another one behind the line of scrimmage. So this might be offsetting penalties, and they are going to potentially redo the down, so we'll see. Holding on the offense, and then holding on the defense. So offsetting penalties, we're just going to do third and goal again. Holy cow, man. We got 6 people here on a Monday night in a 7-7 game. Thank you, man. I appreciate you guys. You guys are wild. Yeah, let's hit up the chat, man. If you guys have a chance, hit up the chat. We got some great people that come through. I appreciate you guys. All right, we got Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his right. And, oh, floats one, and that is going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Noah Gray, and he's unable to get any separation. All right, man. It'll be 4th and goal from about the 2.5-yard line. And from the looks of it, Kansas City is going to stay on the field offensively. All right, Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his left. He's got a tight end to that right side. He's got 3 receivers to the left. And Mahomes going to take off. And he finds a wide open Kareem Hunt in the end zone. The safety left his position, went for the sack, and Mahomes just throws it over the top. Yeah, man, they get you to panic. They get you to panic. There was no reason why the safety left there, man. Well, they had Bobby Wagner covering Hunt. That was an 8-play, 80-yard drive, nearly 5 minutes. And Butker, good on the extra point. All right, we got 10-12 left in the third here. Kansas City just retook the lead. Also, Mahomes just threw his first touchdown of the day after starting out with 2 interceptions. Joan, I don't expect Commanders to win. Same. Oh, welcome. How's your night going? How's Mr. Higgins doing? Sleepy. Ooh, that's good. It's always good when the cat is a little sleepy. Tends to cuddle a little bit more. Oh, sorry. Were you sleepy? Because I was gonna say he's scratching the couch again. Oh boy, yeah, they love that. For a cat, everything is a scratching post, even your leg at times. All right, Butker is kicking this one away to Washington. It goes right through his hands and out of bounds near the 1. Oh man, that is absolutely disastrous. It's one thing if it goes through your hands and you're able to kind of or it goes into the end zone. Wow, dude. All right, man. So you get paid the big bucks, man. You gotta go on a 99-yard touchdown drive, right? Yeah, that's something that you can get cut for, man. I don't think this kid's on the active roster often. So Mariota in his own end zone takes the snap, runs the ball up the middle, and will pick up about a yard or two. Should have given him 3. Holy cow! All right. Yes. Oh, gotcha. That's a shame. Yeah. All right. Well, Laramie Tunsil tried to get back into the game, but as of halftime, he is out with a hamstring injury. So both of these teams are now dealing with their starting left tackle being out for the game. All right, Mariota in the shotgun, running back to his right, little play action. Throws it from his own end zone, and he finds Scary Terry at the 22 for a first down. Gotcha. Yeah, it's a sleepy Monday, man. Those are never too fun, especially if you got things to do throughout the week. Hopefully your week is a little bit smoother. I know you said you were busy last week. So hopefully this week is a little bit smoother. Maybe you can take a nap at some point this week. All right, Mariota hands it off, gets it out to the rookie, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards across the 25 down near the 27. Seastrop! Good morning. How you doing, my dude? Marcus Mariota. Pressure, throws it, and incomplete. Trying to get it to Deebo Samuel. And to be honest with you, I think he's just trying to throw it away. And it was just kind of what I was talking about, man. The edges were beginning to kind of close on Marcus there. All right, we got 3rd and 5 coming up. All right, Mariota in the shotgun running back to his left. A lot of pressure. Has a little bit of time, and he's nearly intercepted. Another pass going in and out of the hands of his receiver and nearly dropping into the waiting hands of Cooks. Could have had another interception of Marcus Mariota here. All right, well, either way, Kansas City is going to get the ball back here. That was on 3rd down, so 4th and 5 coming up. Tress Way with a great punt here, moving him back inside the 20. And Ramingo fighting for that yardage, and we'll get it down near the 26. And Seastrom and Joan, who do you guys have here tonight? Who are you rooting for, Commanders or the Chiefs? Joan. Anybody but the Chiefs. That's fair. Yeah, man. But I'm like you though. I think the Chiefs are going to be able to pull this one. They've been playing really, really well so far this season. So we're still on a commercial break. We're not missing a thing. All right. So we got Mahomes under center, Pacheco in the backfield. Hands it off to Pacheco. He's got some room. He's to the 30, gets to the edge, and will pick up the first down for Kansas City. Exactly 10 yards. Dave doesn't need hymns with all that hair. Yeah, I know. No, way a little bit too much hair at this point. I've been trying to get it cut for a while, but the last couple times I've gotten my hair cut at two different places, it was rough. But no. And Mahomes running, and he finds somebody down the field. That is Juju Smith Schuster in Washington territory, man. Wow. And then leave it. Ah, I gotcha. I gotcha. Don't get me wrong. I do like the hair long. It's just, whew, it's a lot to take care of, man. It's a lot to take care of. But yeah, at this point, I'm not too much of in a rush to get it cut. I want to get it cut properly. And YouTube just cut the feed for some reason. What is going on here? Come on. Okay, did not get a chance to see that play at all. So there we go. Okay, 2nd and 9. So it was a 1 yard gain, whatever that play was. Come on, Washington, wake up. Yeah, they looks like they're not the only ones that had a sleepy Monday there. All right. Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his right, forward receiver set, throws it over the middle, wide open, fumble, and recovered by Rashid Rice, man. Had the ball, got it popped out, but then able to just fall right back on it. And that was Darnell Savage, man, the former first round pick for the Green Bay Packers, able to punch that one out. Yeah, man, Darnell, man, nearly making a massive play for the Commanders. We got 1st and 10, ball at the 25 of Washington. Mahomes takes the snap, throws it out quickly to the right, and that'll be good for about 2 yards. That is to Hollywood Brown. All right, Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his right. He's got Kelsey in the slot to the left. Looking, throws it underneath to Rashid Rice to the 20, to the 15, and he will pick up the first before going out of bounds. There you go, man. Said it at halftime, man. They needed to get Rashid Rice involved somehow, man. The guy is just too good with the ball in his hands not to have one catch or two catches actually for 6 yards is wild. Quick throw to Hollywood Brown, makes a man miss at the line, and he picks up 4 yards down to the 10, and we got second down coming up for Kansas City, man. You're starting to see Kansas City, man. They're playing with a lot of confidence. Everything that they're doing right now is working. It's picking up, 2, 3, 4, 5 yards. All right, Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his right, looking to his left. He's going to roll to his right, and he finds Kelsey in the end zone. And that is a big, massive touchdown for Travis Kelsey. That ties him with Priest Holmes for the most touchdowns in a Kansas City career. Yeah, apparently they were talking about whether he bobbled it or not. I don't know what the heck they were talking about. I never saw a single bobble. And Butker's kick is good. Kansas City beginning to slightly pull away here, man. I Yeah, man, he's been good. He's been great, I should say, for a long freaking time, man. It's good to see him kind of climbing that record book, man. Trust me, I know people have gotten sick about talking about Travis Kelsey and even his girlfriend, his brother's show, and stuff like that. I get it. It's a lot of exposure for one human being, but can't take away that he has not been one of the greatest tight ends to have ever played the NFL, man. He's been good, man. He's been good, and right now he is one touchdown away from breaking that record with Priest Holmes, who was an absolute Kansas City legend. 83 touchdowns is a lot for an NFL career. Well, you called it. KC's got it going for them in the second half. I knew it was going to happen. Like I said, like those interceptions were just one great defense, and then just a weird mistake that does not happen often to Travis Kelsey or Patrick Mahomes. Because both of those drives, they were moving the ball down the field. So yeah, unless they were going to be throwing interceptions every single drive, eventually Kansas City was going to start turning those turnovers into longer drives that end in the end zone. I really didn't see much that Washington was doing that was showing me that, oh, this is going to be a tough game for Patrick Mahomes. I think the closest thing that I saw was they were getting pressure on Mahomes early in the first, and then slightly in the second, early in the second. But by the second quarter, they had dried up. Mahomes was having all day to throw. Third quarter hasn't changed. So yeah, so that was really the only indication. That was like what I was seeing. So I was just like, probably eventually those turnovers are gonna probably dry up. So, but yeah. Oh, look at that, man. It's the first lady and the second lady of Kansas City. Brittany Mahomes and Taylor Swift. And I will let you decide at home who is the first and who is the second. I'm not going to get the Swifties on me on that. I'm not putting myself out there. They got eyes on me, man. They got eyes on me. Washington is unremarkable in this game. Yeah, I mean they are missing their starting quarterback, Jaden Daniels. I think he's a little bit better of a quarterback. I say a little bit better. I'm sorry. He's actually quite a bit better than Marcus Mariota. But Marcus, he's been efficient. He has not had a bad game as the quarterback. So I think Kansas City is just doing a good job. And Lane catches one over the middle, and that'll be maybe for about a yard, if that. All right, we got 2nd and 10 here. Ball at the 35. Mariota in the shotgun, running back to his right. And that's the thing with the Commanders, man. They have not been able to get the ball moving on the ground here. It's going to throw it out to Debo. Nicholas. And he is brought down after just a gain of 2. Yeah, Nicholas was probably actually their best player in the first half. He caught 3 passes for 52 yards, and I think he ran one for a couple yards. But it looks like Kansas City is, they rallied to that ball right there. They were just like, no, we're done you gashing us in the air. Yeah, eventually Mariota is going to have to start chucking this one deep. All right, this is a 3rd and long. This is where Spags loves to throw some wild blitzes. And there it is, overloading the entire team. And it's going to be a catch, but I think he's going to be out of bounds. I think his legs were out of bounds. And they're saying incomplete. Trent McDuffie on the coverage. Let's see. Ooh, what hit down first, man? Is the elbow down first? That might actually be a freaking catch. That might be an insane diving catch by Terry McLaurin. Elbow is down. He's in bounds. Does the ball move? It doesn't look like it. That's a catch, man. That is a freaking catch. Hold on. Oh, they're talking about his right knee. Each angle that they've shown, they haven't really shown the right knee that well. Commanders didn't do much with the picks either. I hope they can make the game a bit more fun. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they got 0 points off of those 2 Patrick Mahomes interceptions. So that's very interesting. I want to see what his right knee does, and I want to see because that's going to be the indicator because that touched first before the elbow. Call is reversed. It is a catch for Terry McLaurin. That is absolutely wild. Enough of his body parts hit inside first before the rest of his body that did touch out of bounds. Wow, man. I haven't seen something like that in a while where like a certain body part has to fall down first and then the rest of his body clearly is out of bounds. That is insane. All right, man. 1st and 10 from the 37 of Kansas City. Little reverse action with Debo. He's going to cut it upfield, and he gets a yard on that reverse there. Drew Tranquil, another Wisconsin alum, saying, no, 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 no. Joan, that is a catch. That is correct, my lady. That is correct. All right, 2nd and 9, ball at the 36. Mariota has a single receiver to the left. He's in the shotgun with a running back to his right. McCaffrey motioning out further to the right. Gets it out, and he is nearly intercepted by Watson. That was nearly a disaster of a freaking play. Trying to set up Luke McCaffrey with like a little bit of a bubble screen, and Watson, the corner for Kansas City, nearly jumped that route. So, I mean, they ended up losing 2 yards on the play. So, 3rd and 11 coming up for the Commanders. Mariota in the shotgun, running back to his left. Single receiver to the right. Uh-oh. Somebody missed a block, and down goes Mariota for a huge sack. That knocks him out of field goal range. And Dana... Oh, wow, dude. The left guard just let Dana just saying, nah, I'm not going to block tonight. Mariota frustrated, man, slamming the ball on the ground. Yeah, that was about as bad of a play as you can run right there, man. Or execute. I shouldn't say run. That's about as bad as you can execute that play. How do you not block? Wow. The guard let him in. Yeah. Yeah, dude, that it was like the first two little pigs, man, just letting the wolf inside, boom. Just huffing and puffing. Is the QB injured? The starting QB, yes. Jaden Daniels, the starting quarterback for the Commanders, he has been injured the last 2 games. He has been out, I should say, for the last 2 games. So right now they're running with their backup. Yeah, Marcus Mariota was he played at Oregon back in 2014. He was the 2nd overall pick in the NFL draft, so a very high pick. Very actually the same exact spot that Jaden Daniels, the starting quarterback for this team, he was also picked 2nd overall. I'm trying to think here. Marcus Mariota, he won the Heisman Trophy, which is given to the best player in college football every year. He won it back in 2014. I think it was his senior year in Oregon. So yeah, so Marcus was he was a good college quarterback. He didn't live up to the expectations when he was drafted by the Tennessee Titans 10 years ago, but he's been bouncing around the NFL, and he's been a starter for most of his career. Um, so there's been a lot of quarterbacks. Yeah, absolutely, a lot. And obviously, you definitely know that because Joe Burrow was unfortunately one of the first guys to go down this year. And the punt is away. And I got to move the ball, and I actually have to change the quarter. All right, man. Well, we just got back from a commercial break, but the NFL says, we can squeeze in another one here after the punt. Jesus. So we literally have gotten about 10 seconds of football, and we have gotten about 5 minutes of ads. Come on, NFL, jeez. But anyway. Holy cow, man. We got 7 people watching here tonight on a Monday night. You guys are absolutely wild, man. I want to say thank you so much to everybody, man. If you haven't already, please make sure you leave a like on the video. It helps the video a ton. It helps out the channel, actually, a ton as well. And then if you can, if you haven't, subscribe, man. It's a free way to support this channel. We do as many as 5 games per week, 5 live streams per week. This is game number 5 of the week, and we got another one lined up for Thursday. We got 3 on Sunday, and obviously Monday night. So, yeah, if that's something you're interested in, please stick around and make sure you leave a like as well. Hit up the chat. Let me know who you root for. Let me know who you're rooting for tonight. So, thank you, man. Still in the commercial break. But, oh, there we go. Finally, coming back. Yeah, I want to see what the heck happened here, man. Yeah, the the right guard just blocks nobody. Wow, dude, that is about Joanne Benes. Hey, how you doing? And Mahomes throws it out to Hollywood Brown, makes a man miss at the 10, and gets it down near the 15. Pickup of about 9 yards for Xavier Worthy. Heck of a freaking move there, man. Juked him out of his shoes. Heck yeah, man. Welcome to the chat. How you doing? So I think I said Jonah Vaness. And a run up the middle there gets it down to the 26. That is Kareem Hunt just bowling people over. All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 26, a little toss to the left. That's out to Brashad Smith, the rookie. He picks up a 1st down and a little bit more, man. Kansas City is just knifing through this Commander defense now, man, on the ground. And I talked about it at halftime. Oh, penalty holding Kansas City. It's coming back. And they're saying it's going to be on Rashid Rice. And yeah, you see him turn the defender there, so. Mahomes looking, time, and he gets sacked right at the 19, and that is Martin with his 2nd sack of Mahomes tonight. He had one early in the 1st quarter, and now he gets one here early in the 4th. All right, we got 2nd and 17. So I'm either expecting something like a screen or something down the field to like Rashid Rice. Mahomes rolling out. He's going to take off and run, and there it is, Rashid Rice. First down near the 44. I'll say this, they're predictable, but dang, they are good. Because I didn't see Travis Kelce on the field, so I was like, okay, this is either going to be a short pass because they want fast receivers to be able to get down the field quickly, or it's going to be a downfield throw to Rashid Rice, and it was a throw to Rashid Rice down the field. Good job, Martin. There we go. Uh-oh. And they're going to give, well, unfortunately for Rashid Rice, makes a great play, makes a great catch, but after the play, throws the ball at the head of a defender, and he's going to get a personal foul for taunting, so that'll cost them 15 yards. I think he picked up about 18 on the catch, so still going to be a first down, but basically they only moved the ball 3 yards upfield. All right, we got 1st and 10 here. It's a little less than 12 minutes left in the game. Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his left. Clock is at 11:55. Delayed handoff to Pacheco, and he's going to run for a first down across the 40, and they are going to be nearing midfield here. A first down run. Yeah, right now Kansas City is literally doing whatever they want. Typical KC unsportsmanship. It's going to be a run up the middle and picks up about 3 yards. I'll say this. In the defense of Rashid Rice, it did look like he was throwing the ball. If the defender wasn't there, he was throwing the ball to the referee. Whether he kind of was he using that to kind of talk some smack or get away with something, I don't know. It did look like he was trying to throw it to the referee, but it is hard to see that. I don't know. I don't think it was intentional. Legitimately, I don't think it was. All right, Mahomes looking, gets away from a couple sacks, throws it across his body, finds Noah Gray to the 40 man. Mahomes does so many things that you teach young quarterbacks not to do, and that is throw across your body, lollipop it in the middle of the field. Granted, most of the time he's doing that, he's usually throwing it to somebody that's wide open. But yeah, man, it's wild. We do have an injured commander. I think it was one of the big guys that dove to try to bring down Mahomes in the backfield, and I think he might have injured a shoulder, maybe a collarbone. That's pretty common. But yeah, I'm trying to give Rashid the benefit of the doubt. I don't think I've seen anything like that from him in the past. He's had off the field trouble, but it's mostly like immature, stupid things like traffic violations or crashing a car, which is a serious thing. Luckily, I don't think anybody was super injured in that crash. But yeah. But I don't think there's been too many wild antics from Rashid, like something like that. The washing jail for 30 days, right? Or are you saying that? Are you asking if he went to jail for 30 days, or actually, I don't even know if he. I know he turned himself in eventually. I just don't know what. To be honest with you, I can't really remember. It happened so freaking long ago. I think it happened. I think that happened even before the last year started. Honestly, it wasn't this off season. It happened like a while ago. And Orange 123 ABC, let's go. Hello, hello, hi. How you doing, man? Welcome, welcome, dude. So the good news is the defender is on the bench, but they are working on that. Looks like that right arm. I guess he did in July. They okay, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. There you go. And handoff up the middle and down. He goes as Kareem Hunt with a 8 yard run, but he comes up a little slowly, maybe trying to shake something off because he landed basically right on his head. So we got 2nd and 3 coming up. This is I haven't seen the Commanders' offense struggle this much, man, since the NFC Championship game against Philadelphia. Mahomes slow to throw, and he tries to find Noah Gray down the field, incomplete. 3rd and 3. That was a so weird play, man. That was like the longest I've ever seen an offensive line stretch to one side. Oh man, I think if Mahomes is able to put it on him, man, he's gonna be able to beat Bobby Wagner. Man, he got past Bobby there. Who do you want to win? I would like Kansas City just because the Commanders play in the NFC, and I think them losing would help the Packers. But otherwise, I don't really have too much of a strong feeling for anybody. I'm just hoping for a good game, which unfortunately I think if Kansas City scores here might be closer to a blowout. But and it was a little swing. Sorry, the previous play was a swing pass I think that was to Rashid for a first down. So yeah, but Orange man, let me know who you're a fan of, and do you have any do you have a prediction of who you wanted to win before the game started? And it's gonna be a run up the middle, and that'll be maybe a gain of 2 there by Isaiah Pacheco. All right, in comes Travis Kelsey. The Kansas City is in the red zone, and I think they're going to try to see if they can get Kelsey that record here tonight. Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his right. Kelsey in motion to the left, looking, pressured. He gets it out to Rashid Rice, who gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Oh boy, man. It has been a strong second half for Kansas City. Yeah, they had Bobby Wagner on Rashid Rice. That is a mismatch. Even I think even in his prime, Bobby would have had a hard time bringing it, staying with him. Extra point is up, and it is good. Joe, to be fair, it's been pretty easy for KC. It has. It really, really has. And yeah, legitimately, if Mahomes doesn't throw those two picks in the first two drives, I I think those drives would end in points, whether it be a field goal or a touchdown. So I think Kansas City could have been leading a lot by a lot more in this game. Yeah, this was a mismatch, man, because the Commanders have been they ran the ball really well. I would say the first three ish, maybe 4 games of the season with Moret, but over the last couple weeks, man, it's been a massive, massive struggle for them. Obviously, Jaden Daniels has been kind of healthy, injured, healthy. You know, he missed 2 games after the Packer game. Then he came back. I think he played a game, maybe a game and a half, and now he's missed the last two. And they were without Debo for a bit. They were without McLaurin for a bit. It's been a struggle offensively for them. And then their defense, man, their defense is showing their age. They're one of the oldest defenses in the NFL, especially at the linebacker position. And yeah, man, it's taking a toll. I think, unfortunately, they are practically playing by themselves. It's felt like that. Some of those plays, man, they're just like running right. It's like a hot knife through butter. But yeah, I mean, at this point, if you're the Commanders, I don't think you're really trying to. Obviously, you still want to see if you can get back into this game. We talked about the Broncos. We've seen the Giants. We've seen a lot of teams this season be able to score a lot of points in the fourth, or try to make it close. Bengals, they did it not too long ago. Um, but unfortunately, with the Commanders, man, I just don't think they have the tools right now. They're not explosive enough on offense to be able to get the ball down the field in a hurry. Oh, look at that! Rashid Rice giving the ball away to a young man there. That'll probably make his year. To be honest with you, that's awesome. Yeah, Rashid tonight, 8 catches, 90 yards, and a touchdown. In the first half, he had 2 catches for 6 yards. A massive, massive second half for him. All right, we got 7:52 left in this game, about midway through the fourth quarter. Commanders down by a full 21. All right, Mariota in the shotgun, and I think they're going to get Kansas City. They're going to get the Commanders for false start here. Hmm. Yeah, it's always nice, man. I've always been like, especially when it comes to like football or meeting, like getting something from like somebody that you watch on TV, especially for kids, man. Such a special moment. All right, Mariota in the shotgun, running back to his left, throws it out to McNichols, and I think he just let that ball go because there was a defender coming head hunting. If he would have caught that one. Yeah, yards in the second half. Kansas City over 250, and the Commanders' offense less than 50 yards in the second half so far. Mariota running, he breaks. Oh, nearly got past the line, the defensive line there. Chris Jones able to just get enough of that left foot to trip up Marcus Mariota. Chris Jones, who has been pretty quiet tonight. Yeah, Yeah, the Commanders have a tough schedule the rest of the way, man. Seahawks, Lions, the next two. Dolphins, it depends on which Dolphins you get. If they get the ones from this week, it could be a tough game. All right, Mariota, quick throw, and it goes right through the hands of the veteran Zach Ertz with a bad drop on third down. It was a perfect read, dude. Perfect read by Marcus Mariota, getting it to his tight end down the right seam. If Ertz catches that, that's a first down. Easily. Spags sold out on the blitz there, and he nearly got beat. Bam. Why didn't he try to catch that? Could have been one of two things. One, the ball was it was a little bit in front of him and low. And then on top of that, there was a defender that was basically running right at him. Like nobody was going to be able to block him. So if he tries to catch something very low, his head is going to be down. And then he's going to take a hit directly to the head. So I think it was more of like, you know what? We're already down by 21. It's not a great throw. And if I try to catch this, I'm just going to get blown up. And it's going to just ring my bell. So I think McNichol. And on top of that, it was going to be, if he gets tackled, it's going to be for a loss too. So, all right, there was a penalty, and it looked like it was going to be on. It looks like it was on Kansas City there on the punt. Casey is not even breaking a sweat. Well, I don't know. I think the big guys are always sweating. Takes a lot to move those big bodies, I tell you. All right, let's look at the stats really quickly. I think this could potentially be the final drive that we see from this team in this game. Sorry, I think Kansas City has been running the ball really well. A couple first downs here. We got what 6:46. Yeah, I think if they get, I would say 3 to 4 first downs on this drive, try to eat up as much of the clock. I think they'll be able to just take this down all the way down to the 2-minute warning and probably past it. Yeah, but again, that's what I think he was. That's why he let that ball go. It was once again not a great throw by Marcus, but potentially catchable. But let me see here. So Marcus Mariota, a lot less efficient in the second half here. 19, I think he was 14 of 17 for about $150 in the first half. Since then, it looks like he has gone 5 for 9 for about maybe 30, 40 yards. And that's about it. No, he threw that touchdown in the first half. And Marcus Mariota still the leading rusher, 7 carries for 28 yards. It's usually not a good sign when your quarterback is the leading rusher, especially when they have less than 30 yards. All right, run up the middle, and that'll be a pickup of about 3 or 4. Yeah, and look at that. They're highlighting Patrick Mahomes 3 touchdowns tonight with over 4 seconds to be able to throw the ball. That's a lot of time. All right, Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his left, and they're going to throw this one. Pressure, down goes Mahomes. And I think they're going to throw a flag. Yep. Newton had already been told that the play was dead. There was a bunch of whistles, and he just absolutely throws Mahomes down on the ground. That's just a big man getting very frustrated with what tonight it's been. It's been a frustrating night for the Washington Commanders. To be fair, he didn't slam him on the ground, but he to be honest with you, the only good thing that came out of that is the oh never mind. I was gonna say the clock stopped. All right, 1st and 10 from the 23 after the penalty. And it's going to be a run, and that goes nowhere. The clock keeps rolling. Like taking out the trash. Jesus. Holy cow, man. People in the chat are ruthless tonight against Kansas City. I didn't know Von Miller was wearing number 24. Huh. All right, quick throw to the outside. Xavier Worthy reversing field. He's got in the lane. He's 25 to the 30 to the 34, and that's a first down. Oh, man. All right, Chiefs get the Bills next week, and then they have a bye. So a chance to get even more healthy. All right, Mahomes hands it off, and that goes nowhere again, man. Just a gain of maybe half a yard for Isaiah Pacheco. That was just a spin move. just Steak is also keto, so it's all right. Yeah, you gotta make sure you stay on that keto diet, man. All right, Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his right, hands it off. Pacheco with room to the 40, gets a first down. Did he fumble it? He fumbled the ball. Uh-oh. Pacheco is... Ooh, oh, no. Okay, so no, it is not a fumble. But Isaiah Pacheco just got his right knee bent the wrong way, man. That is not good. Hopefully he's okay, man. He's luckily he's walking off the field, but favoring that right leg. He is hurt. We got it. So unfortunately, it was not a fumble. His elbow was down. So I thought it was a fumble too. That's why I thought he was mad. But then I realized I was like, oh, it's his knee. That's why he was frustrated. Yeah, he dealt with injuries last year. He was he missed most of last season because of a knee injury. And Kareem Hunt with a run. He gets a gain of about 4 there. Yeah, everything that they're doing right now is what they did when I hurt my knee a couple of years ago. All right. So the good news is looks like he's fine. Grabs his helmet. He's ready to go back into the game. All right. All right. So Kansas City is going to use a timeout here. Why? Why are you using the timeout, man? You're up by 21 points. Come on. All right. We're going to go to the commercial break. No, definitely. No, no. Yeah, we don't celebrate injuries on this channel, man. I know there's some people that were like, yes, good. And I was like, no, we don't do that here, man. Do I want my team to win? Sure, yeah, that'd be awesome. Do injuries happen? Can they benefit, your team if the other team? Yeah, sure, whatever. But it's a little gross if you try to celebrate an injury. So I'm right there with you, Joan. Yeah, I don't like anybody getting hurt either. Or injured, I should say. I don't like anybody getting injured. Yeah, coming into the second half here, man, Mahomes was the leading rusher with about, I think it was like around 30 yards. Now Isaiah Pacheco, 11 carries, 53 yards, averaging nearly 5 yards per carry. Kareem Hunt, 8 for 35, averaging 4.4. He has a touchdown as well. Yeah, Kansas City started to wake up in the second half here, man, just offensively all over the field. Mahomes had less than 100 yards. I think he had less than 90 yards through the air in the first half. So far, he is 4 yards away from 300. That's a wild stat right there. Mahomes quick throw to the outside, gets it out to number 4, and he picks up about 3 yards. Rashid Rice, active tonight. 100% agree with you. Injuries are no good, man. It just makes the game worse, in my opinion. It's great to see young guys get their chance. That sometimes that happens with an injury. The young guy has to come in for the veteran that got hurt or the starter. It's great to see those guys get their opportunities. That's so there's a silver lining to it, but it's always tough. And Kansas City punting this one away. Great return so far by Lane, and he is stopped up at the 20. Man, he was zooming through this punt coverage team by Kansas City. All right, Mariota trying to get it on the screen, and that is going to be batted at the line. George Karlaftis doing what he does so freaking frequently, man, and that is being active when the ball is in the air. All right, Kansas City showing pressure. They send four. Mariota throws it to his veteran tight end, and he picks up with forward progress. I think it's going to be like 4 or 5 yards. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning here in Kansas City. It's been a frustrating night for the Commanders, man, especially the second half. I'm just trying to see here, man. There's really nobody that they could have really gone to, huh, man? Oh, Traylon Burks is with. Oh, okay. Hmm. Not surprised at all. Yeah, I expected Kansas City to win. I was hoping, especially once I found out Jaden was not going to be able to play tonight, I was just hoping it would stay close for most of the game. But, and I think I even said it at the beginning. I was like, I think if they can stop the run, Kansas City's run, if the Commanders can stop their run, and if they can put a little bit of pressure on Mahomes early, they should be able to keep this close through halftime, which they did. It's exactly what they did. Um, but unfortunately, there was just I could just see what was happening. And once again, those picks, not an indication of what that drive was for Mahomes and that offense. It just ended in it was just weird plays. Great play by Lattimore and a weird play by Travis Kelsey. But those drives, they were moving the ball down the field relatively easily until those plays. So to me, I was just like, unless the Commanders are going to somehow pick off Mahomes 7 times, eventually they're going to give up some points here. And unfortunately, that's what they ended up doing in the second half. Their offense couldn't get anything going and on the ground, so they couldn't keep that Kansas City offense, that Kansas City defense honest. And Spagnuolo, man, the defensive coordinator, he loves his exotic blitzes, his exotic looks. He loves going after the quarterback. And while I don't think they've only sacked Mariota once, I think, in this game, they have been able to really force him to get the ball out quickly. And Chris Jones jumps off sides, a free play. He's picked off, but this play is going to be coming back here. So Mariota's just throwing it up there, see what he could get on a free play. And there it is. Penalty on Chris Jones. That'll wipe away the interception, and that's going to be 5 yards for the Commanders' offense. Graphics are still saying 1st and 10. I'm pretty sure that's 1st and 5. Okay, maybe not. 1st and 10. Mariota dumps it underneath here, and that'll be pickup of about 9 yards. All right, so fumble, but it goes out of bounds. So the clock is still running. They're going to readjust the clock to 3rd and 1. They were giving him the first down, but then they saw the fumble. So clock is at 54, 53, 52, 51, 50. Mariota in the shotgun, 3 receivers to his left. Hands it off to his running back, and he picks up the first down. And it looks like the Commanders are going to have to run one final play here. There's a 1 second difference on the play clock. Seastrom, all right. Y'all have a good one. Seastrom, I appreciate you being here, my man. Thank you, thank you. You have a good night, dude. I'll catch you hopefully on Thursday. Mariota looking, throws it down the field, and he is intercepted by Kansas City, trying to get it to Zach Ertz. And that is Cochran getting, I believe, his first interception of the season. And unfortunately, Mariota will throw his second interception tonight. There is a flag, though. Oh, okay, so it's after the play. It's unsportsmanlike conduct on number 90. Menahue talking smack to looks like one of the coaches on the sidelines there, so he gets called for an unsportsmanlike conduct. All right. Kansas City is a kneel down away, and they're going to win this one. They're going to improve to 5-3. Man, they've looked a lot better as the season has gone on. They started out 0-2, and since then they have gone 5-1 over their last 6 games. Dahlia, peace out, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for being here all weekend. I appreciate you. Have a good Tuesday. Have a good Tuesday. All right. Bum, bum, bum. Final score here. Bam. Yeah, and unfortunately for Washington, man, hopefully they can get Daniels healthy at some point, but they're going to drop to 3-5 on the year. I think that I'm trying to remember how many losses they had last year. I think they had 11. Sorry, 11. I think they were 11-6. That's what I was trying to say. Sorry, it's been a while. I can't remember their records from last year, to be honest with you. All right, they finished last year. Oh, actually 12-5. So they have already matched their loss total from last season. That's not good. I've always said even when KC wins, they are aggressive and rude. Yeah, they've had a lot of success over the last, I would say, 6-7 years. Yeah, so last year in the regular season, Washington went 12-5. They have already lost 5 this season. So it's going to be a tough challenge to see if they can sustain that. But something tells me they're not going to be able to match their win total from a season ago. But as long as you can get to the dance, man, if you can get to the playoffs, you have as good a chance as anybody else to win that title, man. All right, let's look at the final stats here before we head out, man. It was a fairly quick game. It ends around 10:05 Central Time. So luckily, some people are going to be able to get home, and probably get to bed earlier than usual. So Marcus Mariota finishes with 21 of 30, 213 through the air, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. He led the Commanders in rushing yards, 8 carries for 28 yards. The rookie Moret finished with 9 carries for 25 yards. Jeremy Nichols, the backup running back, finished as the top receiver, 5 for 64. And Terry McLaurin, 3 for 54. Jacob Martin finishes with 2 sacks well as Jerzon Newton, the guy that got he actually got a penalty on his sack. He picked up one, and then Marshawn Lattimore with an interception, and Bobby Wagner. So the veterans there getting some picks. And then you got Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes finished very strong, man. He was what was he? He was 8 of 15 for around like 80 yards, 2 interceptions in the first half. In the second half, he finishes with 25 of 34. So I'm trying to think here, doing the math off the top of my head. He only had 2 incomplete passes in the second half. He finished with just under 300 yards, 299 on the day. So picked up about 220, almost 220 in the second half. Threw 3 touchdowns, no interceptions in the second half. Isaiah Pacheco, 12 for 58. Kareem Hunt, 9 for 40 with a touchdown. Pacheco had a little bit of a scary hit on his right knee, but from the looks of it, he's fine. Travis Kelce finishes with 6 catches, 99 yards, and a record-setting 83rd touchdown in his career as a Kansas City Chief. Rashid Rice, 9 catches, 93 yards, and a touchdown. Xavier Worthy, 5 for 53. And then Mike Dana not only got a sack, but he also got the interception off of Marcus Mariota there. So George Karlaftis got a sack, and then finally, who was the Jack Cochran also got the interception there to finish off the game. So, all right, guys. Thank you so much, man. Have a wonderful week, man. I'll catch you guys on Thursday for Baltimore against somebody. I can't remember. Sorry. But yeah, it should be hopefully a good game, especially if Lamar Jackson is healthy. Ravens got a big win this week, and we'll see if they can keep the momentum going. So let's freaking go. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great night. Thank you to everybody. Actually, let me give you a couple shout outs here. We had some new people come in. So shout out to Dahlia. Shout out to Joan. Shout out to David. Hopefully you're doing well, my man. Your Kansas City Chiefs got you a win, so let's go. Seastrom was in here for a bit. I appreciate you, my man. We had Jonah Van Ness was in here for a bit. Orange123 ABC was in here as well. Yeah, man. So active chat, active game. Wish it was a little bit closer, but it was the weekend of blowouts. So it would be weird if it didn't end the same way. So heck yeah, man. At least we had a good Sunday night game. So all right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Once again, my name is Dave, and I'm not a coach.